So the trade deadline's in literally 3 hours from when I'm making this video, and I don't have my video up yet. I was going to edit my 5 NBA facts you didn't know about, but that was taking too long, so I just decided to do a trade video for today. The 5 NBA fun facts will be out soon. First trade, we'll get into this quickly. Aaron Gordon to the Rockets, Oladipo to the Hawks, and we actually have two versions of this trade. First one, oh yeah, by the way, in the bottom right corner, I showed the time to prove I didn't steal any ideas that already happened. Evan Fournier going to the Celtics, that already happened about 10 minutes before I hit record. And I made this trade at 10:46. I believe he got traded at 11:30 or something. So I did it about 45 minutes in advance. But alright, back into the trades. Hawks get Oladipo, but they have to give up the two shooting guards and a small forward. Bogdanovich, Kevin Huerter, and Cam Reddish. Kevin Huerter and Cam Reddish are both young players. They're both under the age of 24, 25. Bogdanovich is 28 now, and he only got drafted in 2017, but he played pro basketball in Europe. But the Hawks get Oladipo, who would be a great fit next to Trae Young, because Trae Young will be able to, he won't have to dribble as much. He can play a bit off ball, with Oladipo dribbling the ball more. And Trae Young's an awful defender, and Oladipo's an All-NBA defender. The Celtics get Evan Fournier, which I really like, because the Celtics, they lost Gordon Hayward, and then now they can't win any games. With Gordon Hayward scoring, I guess it takes the load off, Semi Ojeleye to score more. So Evan Fournier will come off their bench and score 15 points a game because no one else can score on their bench. The Rockets, they have to give up Oladipo, but they get back Tristan Thompson, a backup center for Christian Wood because they don't really have one, and Aaron Gordon, who is a bit of a project, but I think Aaron Gordon will do great in Houston with John Wall. And I don't know. The Magic, we'll talk about them. They get back two young players, in Reddish and Huerter, which, finally, they don't have any young players, and they're, last in the standings, so they need something. I mean, Cam Reddish and Kevin Huerter, they aren't the most, exciting prospects, like John Morant or Trae Young or someone, but at least it's something. Okay, next trade. This one's pretty much the same trade as last time, but we have the Knicks instead of the Celtics. Rockets, they get Aaron Gordon. Hawks get Oladipo. Bogdanovich goes to the Knicks. Huerter goes to the Magic, and Kevin Knox goes to the Magic. So the Knicks trade just Kevin Knox for Bogdanovich, which I don't really like. I probably should have thrown in a first-round pick, but going to the Rockets, not to the Magic. Kevin Huerter goes to the Magic as well. A nice young shooting guard they can do something with. I don't know. Because, Evan Fournier is probably not their guard of the future. Anyway, I think we're done with these Rockets-Hawks trades. So, next trades. We have Kyle Lowry. Okay. So, Kyle Lowry. Well, why did I say okay? I'm the one that made these trades. Duh. Right. Kyle Lowry goes to the Knicks in both of these trades, so I grouped them together. We'll start off with the 4-team trade first. The Knicks give up Lowry, but the Knicks get back... No, I'm stupid. The Raptors give up Lowry, but the Raptors get back Malcolm Brogdon, who's a bit younger than Lowry, and he's not all-star caliber like Lowry, but he's not bad either. Malcolm Brogdon's pretty good. He won Rookie of the Year, but that's because Embiid was injured. The Raptors also get back Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, and Sekou Doumbouya. I really like the Raptors getting these three players because the Raptors can turn anybody into a superstar. Pascal Siakam was a second-round draft pick, and the Raptors turned him into a superstar. Kyle Lowry, he was nobody, and then the Raptors turned him into a superstar. Same with DeMar DeRozan. The Raptors are super good at developing players, and they get three young players they can develop. At least one of them is probably going to become something good. Probably Kevin Knox. The Pacers, They have to give up Malcolm Brogdon. That's a lot. But they get back Obi Toppin, a young player. They get a first round pick in 2 seconds from the Pistons. And they get Josh Jackson. So, the Pacers are also pretty good at developing players. Like, they had Danny Granger, Paul George, that they drafted on their own. And Domantas Sabonis, he wasn't really anything until he went to Indiana. The Pistons, they get Norman Powell, a young player they can do something with, because the Pistons are like the oldest team in the league and the worst team in the league at the same time. Not a very good combination there, Detroit. Norman Powell, he's having the best season of his career. Going to Detroit, he's going to get the ball much more than in Toronto, so maybe, I don't know, this best season of his career so far might turn into like the best season of all time. Who knows? I don't know. Next Kyle Lowry trade, we have Kyle Lowry and Matt Thomas for Ntilikina, Knox, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickley, a first and a second. The only difference between this and the last trade was you took out the Pacers and the Pistons, and you added in Emmanuel Quickley from the Knicks and a first-round draft pick. I don't know. Maybe the Raptors aren't getting back enough like actual talent and more just prospects, but I'm not really sure. The Knicks don't really have too many players that are like, good trade pieces like Norman Powell. Next trade, the Clippers have been looking for a point guard. They've been saying Ricky Rubio, Lonzo Ball. Why don't they just go for someone big like Malcolm Brogdon? Because the Pacers have been shopping Malcolm Brogdon. The Clippers have been looking for point guards. It's a perfect fit. Luke Kennard, young player. He could be their shooting guard of the future. He's only like 24 years old. And there's 2 second-round picks being thrown in by the Clippers. And Patrick Beverley, just to make the contracts match up so the money works. And because if you're going to give up a point guard, you're going to want a point guard back in return. Next trade. Last trade of the video, this one is. We have the Pacers, Heat, and Pistons. I know, it's a lot of Pacers, Pistons, and Knicks. The Pistons, they have to give up Rodney McGruder, Dennis Smith Jr., Josh Jackson, and Mason Plumlee. So basically, they give up a bunch of nobodies that don't even get minutes. Actually, no. Josh Jackson, he's playing pretty well this year, isn't he? Well, Josh Jackson, he has like problems outside of basketball, so if the Pacers can straighten him out, he might be a good player. The Pistons, basically, they just trade a bunch of nobodies and just make their roster slightly better. Jeremy Lamb, I think he's the youngest out of these guys. It's just basically so the Pistons aren't super bad forever. Because, none of these players are old. I think they're all, 27. I don't know. Alright, the Heat have been looking for Lowry, but they don't want to give up Tyler Hero, which, you're going to have to if you're trying to trade for Lowry. But I feel like they should go for Malcolm Brogdon, because I want Lowry to go to the Knicks, because I like the Knicks. I'm not a Knicks fan, I just like the Knicks. I don't know. Heat, they have to give up Tyler Hero on this trade. I know. I'm sorry, Heat fans. Kelly Olynyk, Andre Iguodala. Kelly Olynyk and Iguodala were mostly to make the money match up and the contracts work. And they get Mason Plumlee back from the Pistons, basically, so they don't give up Kelly Olynyk and don't get a center back. I actually like Mason Plumlee's fit on the Heat better than Kelly Olynyk, because Kelly Olynyk isn't really a center. He's more of a power forward. He's not bulky enough to play center. And Mason Plumlee's a lot stronger, so he can do it. The only team I can see saying no is maybe the Pacers, because, why would they? I don't know. They're not really getting a point guard in return, so maybe this is just pointless to them. But they are getting Tyler Hero, Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, shoot, I forgot about Dennis Smith Jr. Well, whatever. They are getting Tyler Hero back. He's a young player they can develop. I don't know, do something like turn him into an all-star. I don't really know. But that's probably going to be all of the trades for this video. Thanks for watching. subscribe. Post a video probably tomorrow. Bye. Peace.